All right, all right, all right. We are live. We are. Fantastic. Hey, traders. Hope you guys are doing well. I just thought I'd come on and do a live stream today for you guys because I love. Hey. For a long time. Easy, Tiger. So I thought I'd come on today, guys, and do a live stream for you and just to share with you what's going on right now in the market and I'm having such a great year this year trading. It is just incredible. Absolutely love it. Trading opportunities are happening all over the place, and there's so many opportunities that are happening right now. So without further ado, let me get into it's just absolutely I'm just really excited. So sorry guys. Anyway, all right guys, so hey Bo, how you doing, man? That's my screensaver, by the way, guys. I changed my screensaver. I love my screensaver. So anyway, guys, welcome to today's session. Welcome. I'm going to be going through the markets today, and I'm going to be talking about the markets and getting involved with the markets and what's going on right now in the markets. And I am just all over these markets. I'm so excited about these markets, guys. I really am. If you guys have been following along with me, and let me share the screen now. If you guys have been following along with me, you guys would know, right? For the last week, I've been putting videos out saying slowing momentum, breaking trend. I see more downside to come, and all that down home country goodness. Now, who cares about me being right? Whatever. It wasn't about me being right. It was about me reading the market right, which was fantastic. And so that's what's going on right now in the market. So we're going to be talking about that, and we're going to be talking about a lot of other things as well too. So before I do get started into today's magnificent Butte live coaching session today, of course I've got to bring up the typical disclaimer and for you guys. So let me bring this up here. All right, guys, do not place a trade based in this session today because trading is risky because there's no guarantees of making profit in the markets. You've got to be smart about the way you're doing. It takes you a long time to become a really good trader in the markets. So be smart about the way you're doing, okay? Because there really is what I call the 4 key skills to becoming a good trader. You've got your foundations, you've got your chart reading, you have your trading systems and mindset. So if you do need help with those areas, then this is what I want you to do right now. I'm giving away a free trial to Grab the Markets by the Balls trading course, which is a full complete trading course. It talks about it's got 2 amazing trading systems in there. The foundations, which is the foundations of a successful trader, all videos, PDFs, all that sort of stuff in there. Chart reading and chart reading mastery, help you read the charts, and also the millionaire mindset. The total value here is 5,000. But if you want a free trial to that, then go to mastertraderlab.com. You can get a free trial. If you don't like it, let me know, and you'll never be billed. So what I want to do today is, guys, I love trading. I absolutely love trading right now. It's just, hey, John, how you doing? It's, guys, when you put the work in and you start to do really well from the market, when you put the work in and you know exactly what you're looking for and you know exactly how to trade the markets, you know exactly what a really good quality setup looks like, you know, you guys can absolutely crush it. And John, my man, like you're a private client of mine right now, right? Like you saw, like I'm having an amazing week this week, right? You saw the trades that I did in, you know, I shared with my private coaching clients yesterday, right? You're one of them. So you saw I crushed it. I'm crushing it this week. The thing is this, guys, is that this is not me bragging. This is me saying I put so much bloody work behind the scenes and keep getting better and keep getting better at trading one powerful system. and it just absolutely crushes. I got into a beautiful trade today as well too. It's like, wow, what an incredible week. You know, and it's like, you know, you guys can do so well from the markets. You really can. And this year, guys, has been my most successful year to date. As in, like, the quality of trades I'm taking, the success rate that I'm achieving. You know, it's just I'm so grateful, guys, because when you start to learn exactly what to look for and exactly how to trade the market, you can do so well for the market. You really can. And when you start to have technology such as software to scan the markets for trades and so on and so forth, oh my goodness, you can do so well. You really can. One of the biggest mistakes that most hey Josh, you got smoked. I'm negative for the year. Okay, that's well, Josh. You know, actually, before I get into the markets, I'll answer Josh's question there. Josh, well, you've got to ask yourself some really honest questions with yourself, right? And John, my man, you would know this from being part of my private coaching clients, but you got to start to ask yourself, are you actually following a plan every single time you get into the trade? If no, then that's where you need to start. Because once you know exactly what to look for and you're not trying to be right with the market all over the place, it's once you start to follow a plan. And, you know, again, John's been a private client of mine now for well over 12 months. Actually, it hasn't even been 12 months, has it, John? It's always 12 months now, isn't it? Because you signed up June last year. So yeah. And as John would share with you, because I'm using his analogy because he's my private client. Is that once you start to follow a key plan, Josh, of getting ahead and not trying to be right with the market and not trying to force the market and not trying to, you know, guess what's going to happen next, that's where you start to really crush it in the markets, because you're not trying to be right with the market. You say, this is what I'm looking for because I believe in this. This is what I'm looking for because I believe in this. And I know most of the times when I take this, it's going to work out. It's going to crush it. It's going to do well. Game over. Makes sense, Josh? So if you don't have this, which is basically a trading setup that you look for, call it a pattern, because that's what it really is. That's how you trade the markets. Now, if you're investing in the markets, where do you think I'm from, Bronson? Where do you think I'm from? John, be quiet, because you know that. You know this answer. So Josh, you know, so Josh, that's where you need to start. Okay, that's where you absolutely need to start. And if you don't have that foundational plan, oh, ding, we have a winner, Bronson. Fantastic, of course, down under. Some people, when I speak to them, some people are like, are you Greek? Are you something that doesn't sound like an Aussie, but maybe something different? G'day, mate. Shrimp on the barbie. Is that better? Right, guys. So guys, you know, and I know I'm taking a bit of time getting into the charts, but the charts, that'll take me probably 5 or 10 minutes to go through. Maybe that, you know, if you guys have been watching my videos, I'll talk about that in a minute, but it's interesting going through this topic right now before we start, right? And it's interesting, Josh, what you're saying there. So that's the first place you need to start, is that do you have a powerful trading setup that you only trade? And if you don't, then if you are not consistent at taking a plan, a setup every single time, then how do you expect to be consistently profitable long term? Makes sense, right? That's the thing that got me. Like, if I want to be consistently profitable, I must be consistent every single day. And I'm just so excited. And you know, there was an absolutely beautiful trade. Now, John, I don't want you to put this in the chat box, but John, did you see the trade that formed today? When going through the scans, it was a beautiful, amazing amount of time. It was a fuck out of the way bar. It was just gorgeous trade today. So, but but don't actually put it into the chat box. So I can't do that right now. But if you did see it on the scans today, you would have recognized it. So the thing is, guys, is that's where and no, you did not. Oh, naughty boy, John. Go do your scans, man. If you haven't done your scans, you'll be able to see it. It's a smack in the face trade. And also on the private Facebook, John, they actually started mentioning it about 2 or 3 minutes ago. So you'll be able to see it on the Facebook group as well. A lot of the other guys, Mike and stuff like that, they're all over it. So beautiful, beautiful. So proud of him. So proud of him. So yeah, Josh, that's where you need to start. Okay. Now, guys, trade in the markets is all about having a plan to follow. And then if you want to get good at following that plan, what do you need to do? You need to stick at it. Now, why don't you stick at it? Because of all this other stuff, right? So that's where my coaching, what I do is every single week, I'm doing coaching calls every single day. I'm on the Facebook group, talking to people, helping people out, and so on and so forth. Guys, I normally charge $10,000 for my coaching program. That's what I normally charge. But yeah, you better, John. Naughty boy, John. Nope, you're not being consistent. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. If you do want to join my coaching program, guys, then I can do it for $2,997. So that's a 70% discount. I'm only gonna do it for one person only. So the first person that emails me at howtrader@gmail.com instead of the 10,000, it's $2,997. And that means you get access to my coaching program, my strategy, and then every single week and every single day, I'm coaching you to help you get better and better trade in that system. Anyway, but even if you don't do my coaching, guys, but again, I'm just doing that for the first person only because I'm only gonna do that special. But even if you don't do my program, guys, or anything, go out there and find something, but be consistent at one thing. Okay, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Because if you want to be long-term, consistently successful in the markets, you must be consistent at following a plan. And the number one, there's what I call the three things, right? Consistent, discipline, and patience. Now, a lot of people look over this stuff, but this is the key. You got to be raw and real and honest with yourself. If you are not getting the results you want, you must say to yourself, am I being consistent at following a plan every single time? If not, that's where you need to start. Then D, discipline. Every single day, am I being disciplined? All right. Every single day, am I being disciplined at following that plan, at only taking those quality trades? And patient, am I being patient? If I haven't had a trade for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, am I starting to freak out and take all these crap trades? Am I being patient and I'm waiting as long as I have to for those quality setups to appear? That's the foundations, right? That's the foundations. Bronson, live trade coaching? No, definitely not live trading. It's not live trading, but it's almost that. It's almost that. But what you do is I give you access to my number one strategy. I do a live coaching session every single week, but every single day I'm on the Facebook group. Like, for example, there was a trade that happened today. It was an amazing trade that happened today, and my clients are like, beautiful trade. I'm like, you better believe I'm all over that one. You know what I mean? So it's not a live trading group, but we are talking about the trades that we do get in and stuff like that on the private Facebook group. So if you guys are interested in that, once again, it's only for the first person only. I don't want any more people. I don't want to blow this up anymore. Or I don't want to have too many more people in there. It's only a small group right now. And I only want to keep it that. So if you guys want my help, then for the first person only, email me at howtrader@gmail.com and you can get that. Now, guys, looking at the markets and looking at what's happening with the markets right now, the reason why I've been putting out material and I've been putting out videos lately are based on the Dow Jones, based on the S&P 500, and based on the NASDAQ as well too. As you guys would know, right, I've been saying for quite some time now that we've been getting a momentum shift in the markets, and I'm expecting to see, like I even did a video just recently say why I expect this, why I see more downside to come. Guys, give me a yes in the chat box there if you saw that video that I did, maybe yesterday or the day before. I even titled it Stock Market Update, Why I See More Downside Coming. And basically what I talked about in that video was basically the momentum starting to slowly shift after a big, massive run up, right? A momentum starting to shift after a big run up, and we're starting to slowly go down now. And it's not, who said that? Savage, naughty boy, Savage. The market's going to crash 90%, and I'm going to miss out. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to miss out. You know why, Savage? Because a crash takes 12 months to 2 years to finally unfold, my friend. There is no such thing as missing out. I quickly better get in gold right now because, it's like, no, 2008 is 2008. Yeah, good man, Savage, good man, right? So never trade based on fear, right? Now, for you guys have been following me for quite some time, what do I always say? Never trade based on what you, and there's 3 words I say. Never trade based on what you do. And so by looking at the markets, guys, by looking at what's happening with the markets right now, I can see that I can see that there was a momentum shift coming. Ding, 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 ding. Roth, think, Phil. You almost got that. Savage, you got that. Think, hope, or fear. Well, I think this is a good trade. I hope this is a good trade. Oh, I'm fearful of missing out. Ball. John, ding, ding, ding. At least you're doing something right. At least you're doing one thing right today, John. Come on, man. Where's your consistency with the markets? Man, naughty boy. See, this is what I'm like with my coaching clients. I'm like, give them a whip. Naughty boy. Think, hope, or fear. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic. That's what it's all about, right? That's what it's all about. Think, hope, or fear. Because successful trading long-term, right, is never about getting into something because you think it's a good idea. If you look at all the successful traders, the people who generate income from the markets, the people who trade the markets, what do? They're looking for a certain pattern, right? A certain setup on the charts. It just comes back down to that. Could you imagine, guys? Could you imagine, like, put that analogy to running a business, right? John, you used to run what business was it? Was it a dental? Was it a dental surgery? Your business you used to run, John? Was it dental or was it something else? I forget. But anyway, think about you running, think about you running the scans, right? And think about, concrete supply. Okay. So, think about John, right? Think about he used to own a concrete supply business. So John, could you imagine, man? Could you imagine if you go out there and suddenly, you're doing marketing, right? And so you said, okay, well, I'm going to try maybe some Google AdWords. And so you tried Google Ads and they actually started to work, right? You set up an ad, you did some targeting and stuff like that, and they started working. But you stopped doing that and you started doing flyers, and then you started doing Facebook advertising, and then you started doing door knocking, and then you started doing page advertising. Now, I'm not saying that those things don't work, but if you find something that works, do that only. It's the same thing, right? Like, guys, I have a business, right? I have an educational business, and I teach people, right? I have my membership and I have also my coaching program. They're small, by the way. Like with my coaching program, it's really, really small. It's like 30 people in there. But, and then I have my membership there, but I have an educational business as well too, right? So I understand that analogy there, right? We do it. Us men, we're simple. We find something that works and we just stop doing it. But when it comes to the markets, same thing. We're all over the place. There's no consistency. If you want to be consistently successful, then be consistent. And, guys, it doesn't matter what you follow. Okay, this is the main thing you must understand. It doesn't matter what you follow, whether it's my stuff or someone else's stuff, just follow it 100%. And then follow it 100%. And what you need to do is take that trading system and pull it apart yourself and say, why does this work so well? Right? Why does this work so well? You must understand it for yourself. Don't just take anyone else's system blindly. Now, John, I'm going to bring John back up again because he's my private coaching client. John, you know yourself, right? Like you understand the reason why the system I trade is the highest probability trading system on the planet. And that's not me just being airy fairy. It really is. But it's not just me saying that, right? You understand why it is that when you get the perfect A quality setup, it's the highest quality, highest probability trading system on the planet. So it's not a matter of just taking what you learn. It's like understand why is this like this is. And then going with that and then flowing with that. So no matter what system you trade, no matter what you're doing out there, you must understand, okay, this is the system, but why is this so good? 8 for lunch. ATE for lunch. What's that? And so what we're looking at here, guys, and what's happening right now is that it just comes back down to that. Okay, so for you guys that and again, I know I'm talking about this here because based on the charts, the momentum here is still shifting down. And guys, put it this way: if you look at, say, such as the Dow Jones, and people ask me what do I think about the Dow Jones and so on and so forth. Put it this way, guys. Some people said to me, why do I expect the Dow Jones to go sideways a bit more? And put it this way, guys, if we have a look at this here, if we have a look at the Dow Jones, we can see we had a big run up here vertical. Okay, so we had a big run up here, a big long run up, and then we had a little pullback through here, and then we've had another. What was that? And then we had another run up through there. So what I mean by that is, if you look at the markets, the market goes for a big vertical run. It needs some time to rest. Think about the market as a living, breathing thing. If you exert, there's that more grammar for you. Right? If you exert so much energy, right? If you go to the gym, like me, when I go to the gym, I'm a madman. I love it. I love the gym. So I love the gym, right? I'm a gym junkie. I just love it. And so the thing is, guys, I exert so much energy, right? I exert, I exert so much energy to do that, right? But then what happens? I need to come home and I need to relax a bit, don't I? I need to have a cold shower to re-energize. I need to have some green drinks, some lemon water, fish oil, stuff like that to give my body what it really needs. Right, I need to relax for a while, and then when I'm rejuvenated, guess what? Whoa, let's go again. Maybe twice in the same day, right? Or at least the next day. I'm excited. I'm ready to go again. Think about that as the market as well too, right? If the market uses, and it depends on how depends on how hard I work out in the gym. If I have an amazing high intense workout where I'm doing weights and I'm doing cardio. And, lately I've been doing like 50, an hour to out, what's about roughly about 7 miles per day. For the last 3 or 4 days, I've been doing, 3 days, I've been doing about 7 miles on the treadmill after about an hour worth of weights and other stuff as well too. Crushing it, loving it. But guess what's happening right now? I've been doing that for 2 or 3 days. My body's saying, hey, slow down, mate. Slow down. You need a rest. You can't keep going. You're getting really, really tired, just like the market does. All right. Just like the market does, right? Same thing, right? It goes and 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 it goes. And I take a caffeine drink and I go 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 and I go. And you're like, oh man, I'm really exhausted, right? And what is that like? That's liking in the S&P 500 right now. Same thing, right? We went up and then we had a little bit of a break and then we went up again. And then we had a little bit of a break and then we went up again. The market's getting really, really, really tired. It's getting really tired right now. And we're due for some sort of a pullback. And seeing the slowing of momentum has now caused me to put videos out for the last week saying why I see more downside. So that's basically, so the question is, guys, is like the thing is, guys, I don't expect this to be a crash. I don't expect this to be a final top in the markets. I don't expect that at all. I really don't expect that at all. I expect maybe for the next couple of months, it's probably going to go through a bit of a pullback, bit of a sideways movement, just a bit of a breather for a while because it's been going up. Guys, give me a yes in the chat box if that makes sense in an analogy of pushing, and then we need a rest for a while. That's how the markets work. And that's the reason why, right? A lot of the times we see something go complete vertical really, really quickly for a long time, the thing generally either just goes sideways and does nothing or just completely retraces and you get the big crash. That's like taking a pre-workout that has all these stimulants in it and you go, and then and you die. Right? Or you don't die, but you just have a big crash. That's how the markets work if you think about that as an energy source. Right? So if you look at that, if you look at this as an energy source here for a minute, I'm so glad I'm actually talking about this here. Maestro doesn't look like a top yet. No, it's not a top yet. The market will tell us. Guys, give me a yes in the chat box if you've seen that video that I put out. I'm even running ads right now for this thing as well too, just to help people out. The number one pattern that happens in all stock market crashes before it tops over, before we start to see a significant sell-off. Give me a yes if you've seen that video. Because I'm even running ads right now because I want people to see that video because it's like people worry about right. The number one pattern that happens in every single stock market crash, or at least the topping pattern, right? So if we start to see that in the markets, then we may be getting ready to alert for a lot more downside to come. But if you think about the energy resource, right? Think about that the market does this really big, long energy resource. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic. Well done. So if you think about that, the market does a lot of energy, right? So because it's used a lot of energy, right? Think about me going to the gym, be madman like I normally. Josh, you haven't? Damn. Go to my homepage, and underneath my homepage, actually, you know what? Let's do this here. If you go to my homepage right now, and you go to my videos. Right, so you go to my homepage and you go to my videos, you'll be able to see underneath the trading education and chart reading techniques, you'll be able to see that I've put this playlist here, the most powerful trading technique, this one here, just can, crash here. And there's also one here as well too, right? The number one pattern all stock market crashes have. So after this, go watch that video. Because what I do is I go through all of the past big crashes that happen, and there's one pattern that forms in that there's the number one pattern that forms in all stock market crashes before it crashes. Now it doesn't mean it's definitely going to when the pattern forms, but it definitely keeps you alert. If we start to form this pattern, you're like, whoa, I should not be long this market right now. So there you go. And then I've also got the mindset stuff as well too. So go from there. So anyway, so let's go back to the energy resource here again. Okay. So the market makes a big, hey Caesar, the market makes a big, long energy resource. Okay. So they call this energy. You went to the gym, you needed a lot of energy. So let me ask you a question. If I went to the gym and then I just went balls to the wall, just had an amazing 2.5 hour session, and I had I used a lot of energy at the gym. A, do I need a short rest to fully recover? Or B, do I need quite a long rest to fully recover 100% to go to the gym and go do another balls to the wall workout? What is it? A or B? To fully recover. Now, a long rest could be like 24 hours, right? If you think about resting as in 24 hours. And so you think about that, right? You think about, okay, you've used a lot of energy. Do I need just a little bit of time? A, or B, do I need a lot of time now to fully recover? And we all know the answer, right? Because it's like anything, right? Yeah, exactly right. B. You're an old cougar. No comment there, Savage 17. B, right? B. And exactly what the market does, right? Over here, we've done so much movement on the upside that we're due for, and we're due for that. Codga. Sorry, Codga. Codga. I didn't know what that is, but there you go. Right? So if you think about that, right? If you think about it, but then if the market has this, use this as the energy resource, right? Think about this as the energy resource. Okay. But then if this as the energy resource, and it's called this time, all right? So this market here, and then if I had this point through here and this point through here, okay? So bear with me for a minute. Guys, can we see that roughly the length of this upward move is roughly the same of this sideways movement? So my resting phase is roughly the same. Guys, give me a yes in the chat box if that makes sense. All right. So the energy, the length of the energy, if you divert that sideways, you can see the resting phase is roughly the same length as the length going up. The resting phase there. Can you guys see that? Because this is a big key to understand the markets here. Okay. Because the longer it goes up, right? The length of this pole, the length of this move, if you convert that sideways, we can see that there. All right, fantastic, guys. Fantastic. I'll crank, yeah. So okay, cool. All right. So that means now I'm fully recovered now to go to go to the gym and to do another workout. Right? But guess what happens, guys? Sometimes what happens is this, right? Let me go to Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, right? I'm telling you what I'm doing with the buttons. Right? So what do we have here? Right? If I say have a 9-hour sleep, am I absolutely 100% rested, fully recovered? Like I am well fully recovered. And now when I'm likely to go to the gym, guys, am I likely to do probably one of the best workouts I've had in a long time because I've had maybe had 9 hours sleep in total. I had some good food the day before, right? Give me an A in the chat box if that makes sense, right? I've had a long rest. So now I am really ready to go for a really big workout. Like I am ready for it now. And if that makes sense to you guys, so I used a little bit of an energy here, but then I had a long rest. So now I'm ready. Now I'm fully energized. I'm fully ready to go. I'm ready to go for this thing, right? And then guess what happens? That's generally when what? You see a big move in the markets. Guys, give me an I in the chat box if this is starting to make a little bit of sense of how the markets work. I'm using me as they go into the gym as an example, but this is the way the markets operate, right? And then now it's not exactly like that, but when you start to see these types of things set up in the markets, like, oh, this is what's happening now. It's resting and so on and so forth. So, yeah, fantastic, guys. Fantastic. See, guys, this is stuff that that it's just so incredible to learn when you start to learn that, and then you can wrap it around the trading system. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's why I have the highest probability trading system on the planet. And it really is. So, because it's based on how the markets work, it's not based on going against the market or anything like that. Right. And then so let's go down to silver and gold right now. Have a quick look at silver and gold. If you guys have been watching my silver and gold updates as well too, guys, nothing much has really changed. It won't even load now for me. It won't load. Um, Come on now. All right. So actually, you know what? Let me. I'm gonna restart my software because my software, and I'll keep talking to you guys as this thing's loading up. Um, so guys, I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say there, right? When it comes to your trading there and understanding how these markets work, and that's why I've been saying in my last week that the market's getting tired where it is right now. It's just exerting all this energy and all this energy and all this energy and all this energy. And there's going to come a time where we're going to see a period where it just does nothing, like the Dow Jones have been doing recently, right? It really hasn't been really doing anything for the last maybe couple of months. That's been really going sideways, where the S&P's been going. S&P's just been slowly and pushing, and then we're likely to see a decent pullback out of that now. All right, so I hope that makes sense there with that. Let me answer some questions here, guys. I've been seeing some things happening in the chat box. Cunny said, markets have been going down a staircase since May 1. Well, I wouldn't say down the staircase. the market's hardly moved. I wouldn't say a staircase. It's only been a couple of down days. It's hardly moved in the last few weeks. If you look at it, we expect the plunge to accelerate till some form of trade agreement is met. Never trade based on what you think, hope, or fear. And Josh just said, cunning Fred. I really hope so. I need at least 10% gain this year just to make up for my past mistakes. Well, if you need that, Josh, you need to listen to what I'm telling you, man. It's not about hope. Don't be trading on hope. It doesn't work. You're only going to keep going backwards. I promise you that. I promise you that. Start developing a plan that you believe in, or get part of a coaching program, get part of a plan, doesn't mind someone else's, and start to learn, and then you be consistent. If you want to make 10% gain is easy, by the way, guys. Like John, okay, I'm gonna bring John up here. John, give me a yes in the chat box if by not taking too much risk on your trading account, you could do 10% return on your account in 1 or 2 just good trades without taking too much risk on your account. The reason I'm saying that is because, again, I bring up John because he's my private coach. He sees what happens behind the scenes. So that's what I'm saying there, okay? Let's go through a 10% gain, guys. Like it really isn't that hard. You just got to, it's put it this way, guys. You could take a really good trader with a $100,000 trading account. Sorry, no, a really bad trader with a $100,000 trading account and completely wipe it away. You can take a really good trader with a $1,000 trading account and 5 years later become a 7-figure trader. Hear what I just said there, guys. It has nothing to do with the markets and everything to do with you. You can take a really bad trader. He's not consistent. He's not disciplined. He's not patient with a $100,000 trading account and blow it up. You can take a you could take a really good trader, consistent, disciplined, patient, so on and so forth, with a $1,000 trading account and 5 years later become a 7-figure trader, which means he's making $1 million a year from that trading account. How is that possible? Because it's nothing to do with the markets and everything to do with you. Nothing to do with the markets and everything to do with you. And that's the way it works, right? That's the way it works. I had a few other things as well too. Caesar says doing yoga. Cool. We might see a capitulation red candle. I don't know about that, but not yet anyway. Not yet, Cunning. No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. If you don't believe me, go back and watch that #1 pattern that forms in the stock market. If we, if we're likely to see some significant selling, we'll see that pattern first. In almost every cases, that's what we'll see. I see the setup, John. I was looking for downside trades. Cool. Oh, Josh, capitulation simply means like a big, maybe 7% down day in one day or something like that, or 2 or 3 or 4% down day, or 5%, like a big red down day. That's what capitulation means, just total panic selling. Right? But you know, we may get that, but just remember, guys, everything is energy in the markets, okay? Everything is energy in the markets. The V-shaped market does not have a rest. Current overall market looks like a V-shape. It doesn't have a rest. Okay. So what? A V shape, the market just goes down and goes straight up and then it just keeps going up? That doesn't happen. There's going to be a pullback soon there, Cunny. John, great setup. Which scan did you guys see this setup? I'll talk about that a bit later on, okay, John? I know you don't like going on the Facebook group, but we'll talk more about that on the Facebook group. I don't want to talk about it here in the public, okay? Yeah, it was also on your scans as well too. I'll talk about that a bit later on. So yeah, so that's basically what's going on there, guys. You know, with that there, guys, trading can be so. The hardest thing about trading for you guys is getting out of your own way and trying to trade every time and trying to be right every single day and all this sort of stuff. Trading based on what you hope or what you think or what you fearful of missing out. There's no consistency of following a plan, so therefore you're not getting consistent results. There's no discipline there, and you're not being patient enough to waiting for the good trade. The number one successful thing about trading is being patient. I'm telling you right now, guys, I've had the most active week this week, and it's only like the first couple of days. No, the last week and a half has been my most active week and a half I've had all year. It's been crazy, just absolutely crazy. It's just yeah. So, you know, the thing is, guys, is that, but there are times, right, where I won't take a trade for a week or two. Why? Because there is nothing setting up. And I can't, because you guys understand. You guys are, and Josh, you're going through this right now, right? If only I was at break even, I would be up. Josh, give me a yes or no in the chat box if you're thinking that right now. If only I was at break even, I'd be up right now. Right? And that's what you think when you take all these trades, that it's just nothing behind it apart from think, hope, or fear. And then suddenly you're down. You're like, man, I just wish I was at break. I just wish I was back at break even. I just wish I was back at break even. I just wish I was back at break even. And that's why I always tell my private clients, Savage, you're the same, right? You're the same. It's like, and I always tell my private clients, if you haven't taken, if there's been a few trades where you're like, you can see it, but you're still a bit unsure, I'd rather you not take a trade that you're unsure about and only take a trade you are sure about. Can I get my commission back? No. Right. And it comes back down to that. And I'm telling you right now, guys, I only learned that lesson. I learned that lesson so hard and so much by doing that. But thinking, man, if I only stopped taking these crap trades, if I was only back at break even, I'd be up this week. And if 20% of my trades this month were sticking to this plan and they did well, and 80% of the trades were all crap trades and they didn't do well. Man, I just wish I didn't trade this month. I'd be up. And I started to connect the dots that even if I haven't traded for a month, even if there's a few trades there that I like, but there's something there telling me not to get involved with it. If everything about me is not saying yes about a trade, guys, I won't take a trade. Like it's just the way I am now. And I'm happy to wait as long as I have to. Because if my account's flat, if my account is flat, and it's not doing anything for 2 or 3 weeks or even for a whole month, guess what? I'm up. Because most people are going backwards. Because I know that even if I did trade based on what I think, hope, or fear, I know most of the time I'm going to be wrong anyway, based on what the markets and so on and so forth, right? So, so that's the way it is. John, what do you think about VKTX? I think I know what you're going to say here. VKTX. Okay, so my thoughts on VKTX is this. Okay, so firstly, if we look at this, all right, let's go through here. So firstly, what do we had? So the weekly chart to the right. All right, the weekly chart to the right has done what? Well, we had a low, and then we had a high low, and then we had this sort of run up sideways and a big spike. Now we've dropped down, and now we're going sideways through here. So we're getting a complete momentum shift here. All right, a complete momentum shift. What I mean by that is you can see these, we had this nice strong buying move and then a weak selling move, a nice strong buying move and then a weak selling move. Weak selling move means it wasn't a strong selling move. It was a weak selling move, like it was maybe sideways or a weak pullback. It wasn't strong. And then we had this big upward candle for the week. And now what's been happening? We had the big strong selling movement. So this leg move here, right? This leg move here, or this big leg here is much stronger than any of the past couple of selling legs we've seen. This is what I call in the Master Trader Lab, I talk about this in the advanced chart reading techniques. This is called strength in moves, reading the strength in the move. And so we can see that this strength in this leg down is so much stronger than the past couple of selling legs. Now, also what's been happening is this buying leg, right? The buyers have been trying to buy it up, but now look at this, the buying leg, this sideways movement here. This actually looks like this sideways movement. This actually looks like the selling legs in the past when the market was going up. So what I think about this, there you go, that think there. But if we start to break below that line through that $7 there, we've been going pretty much sideways for quite some time. So if we get a very strong downward candle out of this here, then I definitely see excuse me, then I definitely see $4 coming into play. So we had this strong move down, very weak sideways movement, and now if we get some sort of strong candle, like a very strong breakdown candle, then it's probably going to get down to $4 there. And maybe even lower than that. It may even overshoot for a while, depending on the strength of the move. But because we've been going sideways for quite some time, we've had a lot of energy. If we do get a big strong move down, then it's going this strong sellers here, and then we had this strong selling leg here from there to there. Then we had pretty much this sideways movement, which is resting, energy building. And now if we have a big breakout, not just a small breakout, but a big breakout and a big volume spike, that shows there's a lot of sellers behind it. And now the market loves to run to support and resistance levels. So the market is then likely to run to $4. It may happen in one day. It may happen over a couple of week period. It may go sideways and down and all that sort of stuff. So there we go. There we go, guys. So there we go, guys. I hope you can understand where I'm coming from with your trading there, guys. Once again, guys, if you are interested in joining my coaching program, where I'm going to coach you every single week, every single day on the Facebook group, give you my trading strategy, all that sort of stuff, I normally charge 10 grand. If you're interested in joining that, then for the first person only, email me at howtrader, HOWELL, trader @gmail.com for $2,997, 70% discount. I'm just going to let just for the very first person only. Or if you just want to get started and you just want to start to learn the foundations, chart reading, stuff like that, then as I said before, that you can try my Grab the Markets by the Balls trading course, the foundations trading course, the chart reading, the advanced chart reading, the millionaire mindset. If you want to try all that for free, just to get a sense of, and just to help you with that, help you just get started in these markets, then go to mastertraderlab.com, grab your free trial. Or if you definitely want my number one trading strategy and my coaching, then you know what to do as well too. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining today. I hope you can see some things that I've talked about, things that I've shared with you today has had some light bulb moments for you. And it really, and you really can start to see how you too can get ahead in these markets. You just got to start to really look at these things that's happening within your trading and how you're approaching it. So anyway, guys, have an amazing day. And I will talk to you guys next time. See you guys.